Alex Hart is in Buxton for us tonight. Alex, what's the situation there right now?
Mark, it's truly heartbreaking, devastating what's gone on out here this afternoon. It's difficult to know how many homes have been lost when the change swept through with that southerly, but we've seen at least 4 or 5 ourselves, and there's likely to be many more around this area that have been destroyed as well. And also plenty still standing, incredibly, thanks to the efforts of fire crews. Properties that you would think would have no right to be still standing given the amount of destruction around them. We actually spoke to the owner of this property behind me only a short time ago. He was here, he stayed to fight. He thought his house had survived the initial fire front, which it did, but then burning embers got in the roof and he was forced to flee. Jumped into the roof, has it?
Yeah, it has. It's starting to burn now.
Just now, right now?
Yeah, you can see the smoke coming out the eaves.
And you're going to go?
Yeah, just got to get a couple of things out of here. Oh, it was just horrendous, mate. Come over the hill there, you couldn't see anything, just like a freight train.
This township of Buxton is just a few k's north of the town of Balmoral, which was the first place to be hit when the firestorm swept through around about midday, coming through incredibly quickly. We're learning tonight that that part of the fire may have been the result of backburning operations. The RFS is investigating that, but says regardless of whether it was backburning or whether it was the main Greenwattle Creek fire that came through, in today's conditions, that town was always going to be in trouble. Panic-stricken moments seeking shelter in a ute as a wall of flames bears down. What was that like?
Horrific. Just red glow all around and black. The wind was that horrific, it just blew straight over the top of us.
Firefighters fearing the worst as the town of Balmoral burns.
Operations. We're going to have an accident on Wilson Drive very shortly, over.
This truck was also engulfed with the entire crew inside.
Just really hot, everybody takes precautions, get back to the truck, put spray bars on, put yourself in a safe spot and, just wait till it goes over.
We hate this to happen, but in a way that's what we train for. But when it happens, you only hope that everything works,
There was help from above, dumping fire retardant and water. But the damage to many homes was done. At least half a dozen, likely many more, burning to the ground. This man has spent a lifetime collecting cars, now up in smoke. Hundreds of them around his house. Incredibly, it still stands.
I was there, I had my truck with water and I was pumping, but I just had to leave. It just a massive firestorm just come through. It was like a wall of fire. I don't know how they saved the house, I really don't.
It's always a risky strategy to stay and defend your home, but here at least it has proved effective. A number of properties remain still standing where residents stayed. Right next door, their neighbours' properties are gone. Another home destroyed and still dangerous.
When it came through, there wasn't much you could do, you know what I mean?
You just want everyone to be safe, everyone to have their houses, at the end of the day, and it's gone.
Around 3 o'clock, the blaze was back. But this time, crews were ready. Surrounded by spot fires, an exhausting battle that's not over yet.
Oh, it's just full on.
Doesn't stop, does it?
No, it doesn't. Just can't talk now.
Alex Hart, 7 News. Mark, we're still here, obviously, at this house. You can see it is raging. When we got here about an hour ago, there was nothing. This house was still standing. It looked like it was intact. But then those embers got into the roof. The smoke took hold. You saw that. Fire crews spent about 35 minutes here trying to fight this fire, but then had no choice but to give up. We have to stand back a fair bit, to be honest. We know there are gas bottles in there at the moment. If you look at the front, this house is actually for sale, which is just another thing to add to the devastation for the owners who actually have returned here. They're up the road watching this happen right now. Just cannot imagine what they are going through too. As you can understand, devastated to talk right now, but watching their house burn to the ground, it is heartbreaking, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely heartbreaking for the crews and certainly heartbreaking for those homeowners. Alex, thank you. Now,